episode of the BearDown podcast, Arizona women's tennis flavor with Kayla Wilkins.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Absolutely, Kayla. Thanks for joining us today. We're talking all things Arizona women's tennis, all things your story of becoming a Wildcat, and that story starts growing up in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what was that like for you growing up in Charlotte?
Yeah, it was great. I lived there like my whole life before coming to Tucson, but yeah, my sister and I played a bunch of different sports growing up and then ended up sticking with tennis, but it was a lot of fun.
What were some of those other sports you played growing up?
Really just all over the place. Some like swimming and diving, like for the summer leagues, but we also did a little bit of volleyball. We did flag football a bit, which was super fun. Yeah, but we stuck with tennis.
So before you stuck with tennis, what was your best sport besides tennis that you were good at growing up?
I guess maybe I was pretty good at diving, but I only did that like when I was pretty young, so who knows if I would have been.
Okay, you could have been the next Delaney Schnell, who knows? Could have made it all the way through here. But part of that story of you growing up is obviously a bit of a sibling rivalry with your sister Emma, who plays tennis at Charlotte. Who's the better tennis player right now?
I don't know how I should answer that if she's going to be watching this, but no, it was like so much fun having her play tennis, like the both of us play tennis together. Always have a practice partner, always have someone who you're going to battle with on court. Yeah, definitely lots of competitiveness between the two of us, and yeah, definitely some fights out there, but in the end made us better. So
now when you look back at when you really started to play tennis, seriously, competitively, age 13, 14 in there, when you look back at yourself at that time, what was the scouting report on Kayla Wilkins, the youth tennis player? What were we like on the court there?
Probably not on a lot of schools' radar, to be completely honest. I didn't start playing like competitively until the 13, 14, so pretty late compared to some of my peers. But I think just one thing that like I always stuck to was just like fighting out there, and I think my passion on court always came through to people like who watch me, and just that's who I've tried to like stay true to, is just have that passion and have that fight and just give every point my all every time. So
now you weren't on a lot of people's radars, as you said, but you came to Arizona. Mm-hmm. Part of that was you said in an earlier interview that you wanted to play for a Power 5 college program. Mm-hmm. The moment that offer comes from Coach Scotland to be a part of the Wildcats, what was your reaction? What was going through your head?
Yeah, just so much excitement. I mean, it was just always a dream for me to play at, like you said, a Power 5 school. But then, of course, the Pac-12 is just like an amazing conference, so competitive, and just a dream. So I was just so excited to get that offer. And then Ryan and Denise at the time, who was our assistant, they were just such great coaches, and I really loved what their vision, their goals for me as a player and a person, but for also the program as a whole. So that day I was beyond excited, and I still am to be here. So.
Did you take an official visit during that process out to campus?
I did, yes. I think it was my last visit of the 3. So.
And what time of the year was it? Did you come in the
summer?
The fall.
In the fall.
What did you take away from seeing Tucson, seeing the U of A, seeing Arizona athletics in person on your visit?
Yeah, it was amazing. I had such a great visit. I stayed with with a couple of the girls on the team at the time. They hosted me, and I just fell in love with the campus, but just the atmosphere of the team, the girls. I couldn't have gone better.
And one of your priorities in choosing Arizona and choosing a Pac-12 school, a Power 5 college program, was an emphasis on both your athletic success, but also your academic success. What drew you to a program where you can succeed in both?
Yeah, I think that was like really what I was looking for in the recruiting process. Just not only like a university and a program that could offer both just incredible educational opportunities and incredible opportunities on the tennis court. So I think for me that was just, I knew Arizona hit both those boxes, and then in talking to Ryan in the recruiting process, I learned more about what this University of Arizona has to offer educationally and the tennis perspective. So I knew it was like a perfect match when in talking to him.
And we'll get into a little bit more about your academic endeavors later because there are some serious credentials there. But I want to take you back to your first college match. This would have been your freshman year, a fall match. What do we remember about the Milwaukee Tennis Classic in Wisconsin?
Oh gosh, it was such a great tournament. The first match, I think I played a girl from VCU, maybe. It was a good match. She had previously done very well, I think at NCAA's the year before. It was just so exciting to wear for the first time, to be out there competing next to teammates and just like, yeah, it was so exciting. I definitely did not pull that one out, but it was such a great tournament. I still that tournament was so special, and I always talk about it with my old teammate because, yeah, it was a blast. So.
And then we flash forward a little bit further, your first Pac-12 match, March 8th, 2020, and went back and looked at the date right before the kind of COVID cancellation of all things, but a singles win for you at Oregon in Eugene. What do you remember about that first Pac-12 match of your career?
Yeah, I was so excited to play the Pac-12. Like I said before, committing to a school in the Pac-12 is a dream. So then finally getting the Pac-12 started was so fun. We went to Oregon that year. We were playing indoors, of course, but yeah, I remember it was just excited, but playing well and just going for it. We had a really good doubles performance that day, and I just tried to carry that energy and that excitement into singles, and yeah, it worked well.
So throughout your career, Kayla, you've played both on the singles and the doubles. What are some of the maybe unique differences that people maybe don't realize about playing just by yourself and then playing with a partner?
Very different, but then when it comes to college tennis, both are just so important. I would say what makes doubles unique is definitely just having that chemistry with your partner, knowing it's you know what they're going to do or what type of shot they'd hit almost before they hit it, or what they tend to like without them directly saying this is what I'm going to go hit or do. So I think just having that chemistry and that connection between your partner, where it's words don't need to be said, but it's just what's happening, you feel that energy, and everything works from there.
Now flash forward to your sophomore year. You're an all Pac-12 honorable mention player as a sophomore, and obviously it was a jump from your freshman to your sophomore season. What parts of your games did you improve on the most going from your freshman year to your sophomore year?
I think Ryan and the coaching staff has just helped me grow so much on the court. I think they've just really helped me just transition my game from juniors to more of the playing at a higher collegiate level. They've helped me in terms of a lot of strategy, a lot of figuring out what to do on certain points, how to play the big points well, and how to really analyze what's happening on the other side of the court on a given day, and what you're looking, what can you do to play against that particular opponent, given that each opponent is so different in tennis. So I think they've really helped me figure out how to analyze the court better, how to understand what I'm doing. And I think Ryan's also helped me just transition my game from not just solely just finding a really good balancing defending when I need to, but then also playing offensive and coming forward and finishing points at the net. So.
Now, part of that sophomore season of yours included a teammate, Hite Heinemans, was the Arizona Athletics class of 2020 valedictorian. And as somebody who takes academics very serious like yourself, what did that mean to you, or what did you take away from seeing one of your teammates being one of the top scholars of all student athletes at Arizona?
Yeah, that was incredible to hear that she was valedictorian. G worked super hard both on and off the court, and it was an honor being teammates with her. And I think just like seeing her really prioritize her academics and really like give tennis her all, and just be able to balance both, because that's definitely not easy. But she always gave it her all. So seeing her do that was really incredible.
Now, G was one of your many international teammates you've
Yeah.
had. You've had teammates from all walks of life, all corners of the globe. What has that been like for you to play and be close with so many folks from so many different cultures and so many different parts of the world?
Yeah, my first 2 years here, I was the only American on the team, so full of internationals. This year it's a little different, but I loved being able to experience so many different cultures and learn from them and their different backgrounds. And I think it's really just helped me grow and expand my world, expand my perspective. And I think that will really help me later on in life and apply that to all my life beyond tennis and beyond here at the U of A.
Now let's flash forward to this season. Arizona women's tennis having one of the winningest seasons in recent history already. This season you guys have more wins than any of your previous 2 seasons. What has changed for your game in this successful junior season for you?
I think just this team this year has really come together as a whole. So it's made, and everyone goes out there each day and practices and looks to improve upon their game and give every practice, every match their all, not only for themselves but for the teammate next to them. And I think it's that hard work and that passion that's really helped us take it to the next level. I think for me personally, just continuing to find ways to win even when you're not feeling your best or playing your best, or the conditions are super windy or we have to go indoors. So I think it's just being able to be a little gritty out there at times and just fight as hard as you can and find ways to win. So.
What's the experience been like for you personally, now that you're a junior and having freshmen who you were in the same shoes as them a couple of years ago, now looking up to you as an upperclassman?
Yeah, I mean, we had a ton of freshmen coming in this year and even a couple transfers. So it really has been a whole new team, and we've only had, it was me and 2 other girls from the previous team returned. So it definitely has been a totally different experience. But yeah, all 3 of us that returned, I think we've really done a good job of just trying to really build and unite this team. And the freshmen and all the transfers came in, they really worked well and bought into Ryan's and vision and what we're looking to do with this program. So I think everyone just meshed well, and it's been fun.
Now, one of Coach Stotland's key phrases, head, heart, hustle. Yeah. When you hear that, what comes into your mind? What do you think about?
I think for me that just means giving it your all every day, whether that's the practice court, in the gym, or the match court. It's just giving it your all, fighting as hard as you can, fighting for yourself, your coaches, your teammates, for this program and university. And I think it just means running for that extra ball, or helping out your teammate when they need a little bit more energy. But it's really just bringing that passion and that excitement every day.
Now, I'm going to ask you to give us a scouting report on some of your teammates now. This is going to be the rapid fire round of the conversation. Among your teammates, best serve?
Kayla Mraz.
Best backhand?
Lexi.
Hardest player for you to face?
Kim.
Who is the funniest player on the team?
Maybe B.
B?
Yeah.
Best dancer?
Ooh, that's Mraz or B, definitely.
Raz or B? What is it? Just the moves or the rhythm? What makes them the best dancer?
They'll dance as a duo sometimes. they're competing,
Okay.
so.
Fair enough. Who's always early or always late?
Always early, maybe Kirsten, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah. Late, I don't know. There's a couple. We'll be a little nice today.
All right, we won't name names. Do you have a favorite road trip activity or game you play on the road?
On the road. I don't know if this really counts, but a couple road trips ago, once we had like an extra night and we ended up going to do an escape room.
Okay.
And we competed against the coaches. Players won.
Players
So
won. Beat the
team
coaches
won.
in the
Let's
escape
go.
room. All right. That counts. Favorite food of yours?
Thai food.
Thai food.
Yeah.
What specifically? What dishes or just all of it?
Like a red curry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red
Spicy
curry.
red
A little
curry.
spicy. All
Yeah.
right. Now, we talked a little bit about this, and this is going back to the earlier part of the conversation. Your commitment to academics. It's important to you. It has been your whole career. It was important to you when you committed to play tennis at Arizona. Your major is information science technology with a minor in mathematics. That alone tells me you take academics serious. What drew you to that? What interests you or gets you the most excited to have information science technology and mathematics in your studies?
Yeah, I think I've always been like passionate about math, and even just growing up in like elementary and high school, math has always interested me, and numbers and stuff. But I really was interested in like the data analytics and working in that type of field, so that's why I ended up choosing the information science and technology, but still sticking with math. But yeah, I think that's always been a passion of mine, so that's what I was looking to do here, and hopefully, after school I can get a job working maybe in sports analytics even. I'd love to continue staying in sports, but also continuing my passion for analytics and data.
What has been a favorite project or a favorite class or a favorite topic you've come across in your data-driven studies?
A lot of my classes have been a lot of like coding classes with Python and stuff, and that's been very interesting to me. I didn't really do that before coming here, so it's been very new and a little bit challenging, but it's also been super fun to learn, and yeah.
Data, math, science, and tennis. Pretty good combination for you so
Yeah.
far here, Kayla.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, want to thank Kayla for joining us again. Thank you for tuning in. BearDown Podcast. Big weekend of home matches for Arizona women's tennis with Stanford and
Yes.
Cal coming to town. We'll see you at the Robson Tennis Center.
Thank you.